Hi everybody, it's Lisa from Sweet and Sassy Treasures, and I'm so glad you are joining me here tonight. Pam will be popping in a minute. She's doing a couple of things, but my name's Lisa and I'm the owner of Sweet and Sassy Treasures. We are a DIY online boutique located in Michigan. We go live every Wednesday and Tuesday, like Wednesday and what? At 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Wednesdays, we usually do what we have named a Lisa Inspired Tile, and they have been inspired by an artist who does memory tiles out of Canada. And this week, I wanted to do something different because my whole week changed a little bit when I did yesterday's snowman. So I'm so glad that you're here. I'll show you yesterday's snowman in a minute, but I wanted to show you real quick some new papers that came in, and I will be putting these in my online store and within an hour after the live ends. So we're gonna go real quick. So we've got this gorgeous Santa. These are AB Studios papers. This one I'm dying to use with sheer frost glitter. Isn't that gorgeous? And some of the Pentart paint pens. I'm a retired math teacher, so of course these flashcards spoke to me. That's going to be gorgeous on a tile, as is this. So those are a little bit different from one another. Then we have these gorgeous florals. So each of these will measure about 5 by 7. These pumpkins, I love the colors. And then same tones, different density of those colors. We have another Santa. This is going to be a gorgeous background paper for, I'm hoping, that will coordinate really well with the new IOD release, but I have no idea what's going to be on it, the holiday release. But these would be beautiful with baubles from a couple of years ago. Just beautiful. I love the quality of the AB Studios papers. Get this one. So these will be up within a couple of hours. That one. Each of those images is roughly 4 by 6. Beautiful Christmas tree. Imagine how you could embellish that. Go here in the wrong screen. There we go. And then I don't have a lot of these. They were almost sold out by the time I placed my order. Those Christmas trees, but I'll get more at the restock. We have time, right? Look at these ghosts. I can see doing those in glitter. And then we have some more ghosts and pumpkins. A 4-pack of ghosts and pumpkins. A 4-pack for fall. And some monarch butterflies. So those are the papers. I have some other things that have come in, but I'm not ready to share those just yet. I'm going to give all those to Pam so I don't get anything on them. And before I get started, here is yesterday's snowman. Thank you, Tarnished Dragonfly. So if you missed it, I used the Bose mold for the scarf. And then you can see the German glass glitter. It's just sparkling. And the teacup for his hat is from Charlotte. If you don't like it looking like a teacup, you can cut off the handle, but I love the teacup portion. You could put buttons on them. This guy is going to be available as soon as I get him in my online store, but he's going to have more to his family. I love it. Okay, so today what we're using is the Garden Bouquet Stamp, and we're thinking gallery wall. So I'm going to show you different ways that you can use this, and I'm just going to use scrap wood, you guys. So only one of the pieces of wood did I cut to size. I want to thank everybody joining me and anybody who's here from YouTube, which I don't see anybody. Oh, yep. Kathy's on YouTube. Shannon's on YouTube. Perfect. I just like to make sure that I don't mess that up. So I'm also recording this for Instagram.
Oh, Shannon Hartel King. I didn't need to say all three. Wants to buy the snowman, please.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet.
I just told her it's so flippin' cute. Keep it, but nope.
Well, because I'm going to make more. That's why it's not going to be an only child. So let me see how much far I can go in. Luna's under my chair. And I'm starting with this board, but my plan is to use a lot of scrap wood. That's my plan. Pam's going to have to let me know whether I'm too close or not. I'm trying to play with the zoom and the neck at the same time.
Oh, wait a minute. Was good. Please.
Turn that light on.
What do you think?
Lighten it up a little bit. Yes, perfect. So there are so many different things you can do, and none of this is going to be, like earth-shattering, but I'm hoping that together you get some really good ideas. So when I talked about masking the other day, I created this tile. This was just a scrap 5x7 that I used for a tile and didn't like it. And we just looked at the basics of masking. And with masking, I actually lay my pieces out. And whichever piece is on top of my pile, that's what I stamp first. So I stamped this flower using black paint. I masked it, and then I went in with the ephemeral type stamp. So that's what this was. We're actually, for the first time, live on camera. Never touched them before. I'm going to use the Etiquette's Gilded on here. Yeah.
Well, you're
So
doing it on there?
I'm doing it on there. Yes, I am.
I love it.
So for this one, this is, let me get you measurements. This is about 9 by 9. This piece of scrap wood right here. And I'm going to use either the roses, let's see, or you know what? I'm going to use the daisies. And this one is going to be, I'm going to need some blue tape, Pam, and that black tea, please. So what I want to show you how to do is elevate something that's really simple into something that could be more high end. I'm looking, if you could grab me a pencil too, please. So what I'm going to do is mark off a border. So this takes up roughly 5 inches. And since this is 9 inches, let me just make sure I got the same. It's about 6 that way. So I can do 1.5 inches mask around here. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to use my tea to help me. So I'm going to go 1.5 inches Actually, if I just use this width, that's got to be about 1.5 inches. That's what we're going to do. We're going to use that width. And I'm just going to pencil that all the way around. It's got to be close, I'm thinking. I'm a huge fan of a 2-inch border, but I don't have the room with this particular piece. So I'm just marking this off. Let me see about, yeah, that is exactly 1.5 inches. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off.
Yeah, teacher. Yeah.
And because I'm going to have to cover that because that's, oh, there we go.
Cheryl said, I'm
It's
so
just on
proud
there.
that you're learning your flowers.
Well,
Okay,
some of them are like, fortunately, a no-brainer. So what I want to do is I want to paint in that outside border, and I want to paint it with black paint. So I'm going to tape off where my pencil is. I'm probably going to get a little bleed, but I'm going to show you how to try and avoid that. Now, when you're taping this off right away, you know, you'll notice, did I do that the correct way? Yes. Like my tape is going into the area that I want to paint. So the way around that is I'm going to take an X-Acto knife, which I hope I have one that has a decent blade on it. And I'm going to trim the excess off. So I'm going to trim this piece.
Oh, you need to move the bottom one up, Lisa. I think your bottom one might be on the outside of your line.
Okay, thank you. Because that's like natural where I want to put it. Not natural probably for most people. Yep, definitely they're right. Okay.
Glad they noticed. I was just watching intently.
Just put those back down.
Not you intently. Yes, and Brenda. Thanks, Claire.
Put this where it's supposed to be. There we go. So now I can trim this.
I love this. I forgot you haven't done a border in a while.
No, it's been a long, long time. These tees are so handy. We have them in a couple of different sizes.
My dad.
This
Yeah,
is
no,
definitely
watch while you're driving.
the one that I use most often. That probably didn't cut through real well, but
Hope your sister's doing well. That's to you. Oh, that must be the Deb Campbell. Sorry. I didn't know your sister was doing.
and let me just, I got a little bit of a,
I've been set up.
okay. So when I'm doing this, and I'm worried about it bleeding through, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the outside of the tape with my base color, which is my white. You know what? And that will seal the edge a little bit. So the idea is if anything's going to bleed, hopefully it's the white. It seals the edge of the tape, and then the black won't bleed. that out of the way. Right?
Got no space.
I'm going to dry that just for a quick minute. And then I'll go in with one of my blacks. So it's deciding which one. Let's see, what's this one? Little Black Dress. It was in front, so it wins. Grab a new brush. I'm going to go ahead and paint this.
Trying to catch you guys on replay last night, but it was raining so hard in the car. But I was just
Oh, yeah.
it was crazy. I mean, I wasn't driving, but still, it was weird.
Thank goodness,
That
because
was crazy. Riding the storm out.
how long was your drive yesterday? 3 hours?
It's supposed to be 3, but it was 4 because we just followed the storm all the way back. Like crazy.
A little bit more Little Black Dress.
Saw a car on fire, but the fire must not have lasted too long because it was raining so hard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And while I got the black out, I might as well do the side at the same time. And I think I forgot to sand these edges, but
You could just do your nails.
last night, yeah, I almost missed my nail appointment because of the live. You know, I get so caught up in what I'm doing.
Is it too late for gloves?
Well, at least this paint comes off. It's not like that black resin that stays with you like forever. Try not to get my hands too dirty here. So I guess we could pretend this was a tile and just pretend that it's 5 by 7.
Oh, yes, we could.
Just use our imaginations.
Right. Didn't even realize it till you said it.
But that little trick with painting the edge with your base color really helps eliminate some of that bleed. It may not stop it altogether. We'll see. Like Pam said, I haven't done this in quite a while.
Did you play with the gold offline, off camera?
No,
Oh.
this is a total first. Okay. Back in.
Cheryl, black resin or regular resin with black dye, whatever it is, I need it. Oh no, yes, black resin.
Black resin. I have, I just got some back in,
So nice.
and it is, the new stuff is by Paint Couture. I was going to get Alumilite, but I could only get the large containers, and then they've kind of changed their wholesale type program. So it was like Paint Couture, such a great company to work with that I am going to dry this a little bit. There's an argument to be said for pulling it off while it's wet, but I at least need the tape to be dry because otherwise I'm afraid I'm going to get it in the center.
I like the size of the black resin.
Yes,
Seems more
I do
practical.
too. So I'm just going to go and take the tape.
Shannon, what color resin do you like working with the best?
If I can use the black, I'm going to use the black for a lot of reasons. It saves a step, you know, because I always like to antique or age. So you can just go down to the black and that takes care of that step for you. It also, you know, doesn't need bonding primer. So that saves a step.
Oh, I'm glad you got your package, Cheryl. I think there's some left in stock.
Now I am going to have to touch up. Look at that clean, clean edge. Isn't that incredible? Oh, this doesn't go there. I'm going to get this out of the way just because I know myself. So you can see where the tape pulled that up a little bit. So I'm just going to use my white and touch that up just a little. Now, if I would have sealed this,
Perfect, Cheryl.
that wouldn't have happened. And especially now, see? See what you did, Lisa?
What'd you do?
I got paint on
You
the
did
black
not just
part.
do that.
I did. Okay. So I'm just going to take a liner brush, and I am trusting that I can do this without masking this at all. With this really crappy brush. Oh, look at me go. Pretty proud of myself. All right, quit messing with that. So now what I'm going to do, I'm picking up my roses because I don't want them to get heated. I could use a color and stamp the middle. I could use black paint. I could use black ink. I could use stone gray ink. Kind of depends on what you're going for.
Ooh, what are you going for?
So that is a good question. I'm going to put it there, and I'm just kind of really loving the black and white. You can see that I'm definitely going to want to move this over a little bit. Let's see. Oh, look how cool. That's how I want it. Like that. I think I'm going to use the ink because I'm going to get the crisp image with the ink. Put those there.
It out. I put some away
Yep,
earlier.
I got here and here. So I apologize for those of you who have seen this a million times. Now, gold would look really cool too. I could use the adornment stamp and add, you know, a gold little something to around the outside. So there are a lot of possibilities, but I'm just going to keep it really simple. I'm going to use a blank sheet of paper, and I have one right here. Let me slide this over. And because I want a nice, crisp image, I'm going to make sure I load my stamp up well. And I'm going to stamp onto the piece of paper first. And then I'm going to ink again.
Ooh, yeah, Monday. Very cold in Cape Town. The winter.
Do you have my, oh, never mind, it's right here.
What you got? Oh,
This thing is like, I need to pull another one for myself because it's like the best. Okay, so now I'm just going to ink that up again. And I'm pushing because I want a lot of ink. This is one of those cases where I could see actually rolling the ink on with your roller, but I never do that. So, all right, now I'm going to slide this over. Whoa,
I like it already.
All right, let's see. I may have shifted a smidge. I hope not, but I may have.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I felt it.
Ooh, what stamp is that? Sherry said.
This is Garden Bouquet.
The new one.
Can you hand it to me?
I sure can.
Do we have the?
Don't you have a brand new one?
Yeah. Oh, did I put it down here? Garden Bouquet. And that's what we're using in a few different ways. So I use the geranium on this one. We're going to add some gold to it. And we're going to pull this up. And I love it because it looks, I'm going to give you this, Pam.
Sorry, I'm staring.
Just like whatever kind of print you call that. That's in black and white. I could mask this and go over the background, but I am just sticking with the simplicity of it. What I do want to do is take a baby wipe and just wipe the edge so I get just a little bit of a break in the finish. So I'm just going to do the very edge of this.
Yes. Great.
And that's how simply you could finish one piece of a gallery wall. I could crackle this. I could do all kinds of things. I just want it to be simple. I have a lot of black paint on there, you guys.
That one might require some sanding, huh?
Yes. Absolutely. That's exactly what I was thinking. Now I'm going to have Pam spray seal this just because the black and the white, the chances of this running are like too significant. So we're going to spray seal it before I use any type of sealer. Brush on. There we go.
Thanks for the hearts, guys.
I'm going to get just these corners just a little.
There.
Yep. That's just going to add just a little character. That's the beauty of having the white paint underneath. Here we go. Okay. I like that. You could, I mean, there's so many things you could do, but I'm stopping. I love this, and we'll see it finished. The sides may have to dry a little bit still, Pam. I'm not sure. All right. And now we're going to move on to the next project. So I have, this is literally scrap wood that I just cut off of something else. And we have two stamps that would fit on there really well. The tulip. and this geranium. The geranium fits better. I already used the geranium in one piece, so I'm leaning toward the tulip. Now, it's just kind of floating in the center there, but I'm going to show you what I would do with this. And hopefully, you know, it comes out the way that I want it. I'm going to coat this just one more time, another coat of white paint. So one stamp, single sheet stamp and scrap wood, and you can create a little mini gallery wall. I'm not sure the sides of this have been sanded. This one side for sure has not.
Oh my God. Big Cheryl's calling us out on our flowers.
Oh, it's not a geranium. What is it? What is this? It's a dahlia. Oh, I love that name, dahlia. That's beautiful. So again, we're looking at, Lisa, that board is way too big for this tulip. So I have ideas. Could be a bust. That's all right. No big deal. Worse things have happened. But I'm going to use black ink, get my stamps out of the way because my heat gun goes to 500 degrees. This technique, there's nothing fancy about this. I really wanted to use on a much bigger board, but I'm hoping we get the same look on this. So I'm going to use black ink and my brayer. Pammy, we need some paper plates. Tracy couldn't find them. I can use this one for now. So I'm going to use my black velvet because I know that paint's just a little bit thinner.
I'm sorry, did you say plates?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. There we go. Put this back. And thank you, sweetie. I've got my brayer. And you don't want it dripping. You want an even coat. If you have really thick paint, I suggest that you thin it out because the paint tends to want to coagulate and you don't get as good of an impression. So I'm going to run this here. And offload it. I can tell you right now, I missed part of the center of the tulip. Surely this is a tulip, Cheryl, right? He's beautiful. Hold on, you guys.
Boy, do I love this.
I had to block that user.
There we go. I love this.
Okay. That's going to be pretty. So, put that back in.
Sorry, whoever that person was.
That's not the first time. And they just go in under a different name. They're always trying to promote something, but that's okay. It's okay. All right. So now.
Oh, Claire said the other one reminded me of the blue border in the center where you stamp the kindest regards with the rose transfer over it.
That's exactly what the inspiration is, girl.
Yep.
Okay.
Gosh, that was at the shop, wasn't it?
I redid it here. All right. So this is going to go here.
Yes, tulip. Yeah. We did it.
Oh man, that is pretty. That is one pretty design. Wow. Okay, stop, Lisa. Let me move this over. Where can I move this? Right here will be good. Am I still on camera?
I'm loving this black and white, you know.
Okay. Well, it's going to leave black and white right now. Sorry. So now what I want to do is I'm going to go in with, I'm going to put Bohemian Blue on my plate. Just a little. Some sea glass. Mermaid tail would be a good choice too. And you know, Lisa, sea glass is not going to come out. You know this. The sea glass is thick. And some old 57. This is one of my favorite combinations. And what I want to do, and I may not use the boho. I don't know yet. I'm so torn. I'm going to use more of a synthetic brush.
So pretty good.
I've got this blue ice, totally synthetic, and it's a rounded top. And then I have my wave brush here. So what I want to do, how about some, could you grab me Prom Queen, please?
Yes.
I want a little bit of Prom Queen, which is more just of a baby blue.
Oh. Guess I gotta open the door. That's not it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Too light.
Come on. Oh, there we go.
So pretty.
It's got mind of its own. So I'm thinking about taking some Prom Queen, pulling just a little bit. Let's see.
Ooh, what kind of color you making?
Just it a little more tinted. We'll see. All right, now what I want to do is make this look just kind of cross-hatching. And I want it to have brush strokes.
Look at your creative mind this cast. However,
Crazy, right?
you're on a roll, girl.
So I'm just kind of going
Hi,
back
Joanne.
and forth. And the reason I'm using a synthetic brush is it's more likely to show brush marks than a natural brush.
Cheryl, Lisa's the most artistic math teacher on the planet. Most math teachers are not. Hi, better late than never. Hi, Shane. Beloved Barb.
Okay, so now you kind of look at where do I want to go from here? So that's just a little more old 57. Kind of laying that on top. You know, maybe this was a painting somebody started and didn't finish because life got in the way. Could be any number of reasons that it looks the way that it does, but it tells a story. Go more in there. I want it to kind of a little bit take on the shape of a tulip. And that's it, you guys. That's what I want it to do. Like, that's it. Thought about bringing in some crinoline. Like, that could be fun. But, I don't know. I just kind of like that. The other thing I need now is a apothecary. Well, do I want apothecary labels? Hold on. Maybe not. Maybe I want just the ephemeral type. Might be all that I want. So let me dry this.
Wait.
Yeah, that's the new, yeah.
Simply cool. Yes.
I need the black paint, please, too. Sorry. Oops.
Well, I got nowhere to set it over here.
I know. I'm like a major space hog right now. Oh, here, I got some brushes over here. Use this
Yes,
one.
all your flat ones over
Okay. You have to be a little careful with this because that's like raw paint up there, and any black will just kind of like stay put. Just so we get a full feel. Do you know what color this is by any chance? It's a little black dress, I think, because it's not
yes,
squirted
the
all
original.
over the place.
the original one. Circular dress. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Joellen. I know I tried to watch replay yesterday. Just when you think, they tell you your whole life you're not replaceable, and bam!
Oh, Tracy,
Oh, I'm only kidding. I know.
you're not
I know.
replaceable.
We're
She's
all
just a
I wanted her to fill in. I know you like company.
she's
That
a
makes it fun.
what? She's like the
She's very artistic.
sunshine on a sunny day.
Yes, she's very artistic.
She just adds to her.
Yeah. She's got an eye. Lisa said she's got two eyes.
Yes, that was one of my funnier statements today, I must say.
And I laughed hard, so that's good. Yes, Shannon said you could do an entire gallery of single flowers that simple.
Right?
Just
Wouldn't it be
beautiful.
pretty?
Yes.
All right, so that does
like
need. That needs to dry. Let me do that. Oops.
Yep.
Do you want to throw some seal around there? It's
Yes.
probably good now. Do you want to use
No, do you think it's
satin
okay?
or I think it's great. Satin or flat, either one. I'm okay with. So whichever one. I don't know where we're at with our satin paint, to be honest.
I need to open the new one, so let me stick with or I can open satin.
Yeah, we can open the satin if we have a big one back there. Yes. That's the edge that I didn't sand yet.
Take that out.
Okay, here's a ephemeral type stamp. And we have so many choices. I can totally see not doing anything at all. But you could do this carte postal, whatever. You could put a stamp down there. I'm not a huge fan of that. Well, that's kind of cool. This element right here. That signature could be really cool.
Facebook.
This element right here. Just that simple right here. The simple little element could be really, really cool. But I don't know that I'm ready to commit to anything. If I were to put that on there, what would that look like? Do you guys think I should add something or leave it alone? There are all those handwritten transfers. Shannon, that's what I was thinking, but this is a tulip. That's the only reason that I didn't do that, is because it's a tulip. So let me know if you think I should add something. While you guys are helping me, I'm going to wipe this edge a little bit.
Love the element. Love the element add. You got a couple people saying.
Okay, let me just wipe this here. Again, no big tap, so this is really going to give me quite the shadow, which looks so good. So I'm just going in one direction, straight across. It's just going to take that black paint, give me a little bit of a frame.
Oh, Brenda says, no, love the simplicity. You got ads, you got love. Especially with you doing that.
Okay, let's see.
Kind of one of like it ain't broke, so
yeah,
fix it. But then again,
I'm looking for the black paint.
Oh, the tray?
Yeah. Do you know where it's at?
Yep. You gave it to me. I'm trying to keep it
Thanks.
out of harm's way.
Yeah, for sure. I got my palette knife here. I just want to get a little bit of a smudgy right there. So I think that that's adding a little bit for me, so I don't have to add anything else. Just bringing that border in a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. And I'm going to let this dry, so I'm going to set this over to the side. But I do love the simplicity of it. And you could go in further. Another beautiful color is Crinoline, Prom Queen, and Old 57. That's a gorgeous color that would look really good with this. But I have to tone those down a little bit, but I need them to dry first. So I'm going to set that off to the side. And now we're going to go to this right here. This is from, Walmart in the craft section. And I'm going to paint this black. We're just trying stuff is what we're doing. And I'm going to go little black dress, just because I know I've got more paint in there. And I need a brush. It does have a little bit of a lip on it.
Oops, sorry.
And it's a really inexpensive piece. And I love the beading on the frame. I'm just going to pull this on there. And this one's going to get gold. We're going to go gold on black.
Going to have to put Walmart on the list to visit, Claire says.
I know, it's crazy. I don't even remember what Pam and I went in there for. Clay, I think.
That is so nice to put Walmart on the list to visit.
You guys, my IOD order is arriving.
Persephone would be very pretty in there too, Sandy said.
She would be. Yep. Totally not prepared for Persephone today. So I'm going to do the whatever element I haven't used yet. The roses, I think. Or I could use the geraniums on here in white with gold.
Oh, that's right. You're using a new one, aren't you?
Yep. Okay. Let me move this. My palette knife needs to go in water. I could have painted this ahead of time. I didn't realize this was going to take me so long. Actually, I could give this to Pam to paint.
Yes, you could. If you want.
And I could do that gilded. I'm going to give this to Pam to paint. And we'll go.
I feel like there's a flower missing here.
There is, I got it. There you go.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, we are going to go to, oh, I could bring this back right now real quick and finish this.
My face is catching up to yours.
I know. And this is a fun one though. It's like, because I mean, if you're going to do a gallery wall, you got to get a lot. You got to get a lot done. There we go. Now we got some fun going on right there, right? All right, that needs to be sealed. And we're going to go back to my 5x7 tile. All right.
Hi, Judy.
And I am so excited. So I did this with the process that I explained. So I used
Pretty bad if you're sitting in the doctor's office and you have FOMO. See, because you were missed. They're going live right now.
There we go. So now I am using my first time ever, you guys. So I'm using Gilded Etiquettes. And the other gilded I'm doing on a, oh, I love this idea. As long as it works, on a cabinet door. And I'm going to hang it from metal, I think.
Are you waiting for me?
No, I'm just thinking. All right, so whatever I put on here has to go across that way. Hold on. Excuse me. Sorry. So it needs to be, Charlie, I'm okay. Charlie's always got to check on me after I sneeze. Ooh, this one's cool. I like this right up here. I think that would be a really cool element. So I'm going to grab my scissors, whichever ones are handy. Of course, I have to pick one that's all the way up the top of the page. Let's see what else I got on here.
Bless you, bless you.
Thank you. Oh, that's kind of cool too. Look at this. This element right here, that's going to be awesome on a tile. That right there. This is so pretty. Sorry, I just love these. I can't believe I've waited so long to even try them. That's gonna be too heavy. That might be cool. Hold on, you guys. I want to make sure I get this right. Not that there's a. I don't want it to look too labely. I think I'm gonna go in this section here. I'm gonna go in this section, right in here, where it doesn't even make any sense, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna cut. I mean, we're figuring this out together. I'm gonna cut the wording from down here around that fun little fancy dancy element. And I'm gonna go.
Something would look good. Oh, the horse would look really cool on a mirror.
I am just dying to use Gypsy Queen or Finicky Fox on a cabinet door with, let's see, how am I going to want to do this? Because I want this to look finished. So I'm going to have to go in and cut there. Go all the way over here.
You know, I'm not super fancy, but I love me some gold.
And what's funny is this isn't even an element. I'm just cutting out background is all I'm cutting out. Now, I would much prefer the first time I'm using this to be going on black because that would just be so gorgeous. But that wasn't on my.
Oh, that's what I thought you were doing this for.
Oh, we are. But this one counts as my first time. Oh, scraper. This is scraper right here. So I'm going to take this off the backing. And now I've got to figure out where I want this to go. I think I want it. I don't hate that.
How's the desk coming, Lisa? Did you finish it?
The desk.
In the garage.
Oh, isn't that so funny you bring that up? All right.
Oh, yeah, you might be able to order on their website, Claire.
What? Walmart?
Walmart, yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah. So I'm just going to start. Well, didn't want it to slip around.
Cheryl said, plus everybody's putting it on black, so she wants to see it on something else anyway. Right,
so you don't want to, for sure, you don't want to dig into this. Again, very first time, okay? And with these, you have to expect some of that gilding that's not part of the design to come off.
Sandy said, yes, I've only tried one gilded transfer so far, and it seemed a little harder to apply.
If you lift and drag it, I'm not seeing any issues. But think about that you're adding gold foil. You're not adding a transfer. So I don't even think they put the word transfer on the cover, but don't quote me on that because it's not traditionally what we think of when we think of transfer. Yeah, I think I put it on the ground. And I had to pick, a part that has all really little elements.
It does not say transfer.
Yeah, because it's really gilding.
It just says ironwork gilded.
And with these itty bitty little elements, I have to transfer each one. I can tell you we're not going to get to my other project because I picked something that is going to take some time. And I'm sure you guys have already seen that you can use the negative space in a design. So all I want this to look like is wording, lettering, because you're not going to be able to read it. Well, you're not going to be able to read it unless you can read French. And I did seal this. Make sure that's coming off. It is. I'm not sure what I was afraid of. This is not bad at all. But it does help to rub and bend at the same time. This way. And this is the heaviest part, this part right here, so it will be the easiest. Oh, that looks good. It's going to look good down in this part too, because we have more full design. Am I looking for Charlie?
No, I said, what's Charlie looking for? A truffle?
Oh yeah, she's back down here.
Looking for truffle?
And I'm probably taking more time because this is my first time doing it. And I'm trying to get a feel for it. Oh my God, is it absolutely gorgeous. Get that little piece off. The other cool thing that I'm noticing is, unlike a transfer, like these would have made contact, and if I changed my mind and only wanted to use a piece, I'd have been stuck because I'd have been committed already. And these aren't sticking that rapidly, so you have that ability to kind of place it and consider. Because they're not as sticky. The bigger sections go more quickly.
That's pretty.
Wait till you see it. Oh my God, it is like so stunning. I mean, it's gold gilding. I just didn't believe it. Like, no, that's not.
Before you did it. Now I like it much more.
Now, when you get near the bottom, you don't want to keep pulling in that same direction because I'll pull it off. Some of the background's going to come off. Line it back up. I do want these little elements here on there too. And that's just those little pieces of the background that are so gorgeous.
And just a smidge of that anywhere that you would add it to would be pretty amazing. You know?
Yeah.
What you're doing.
Wow. I'm going to hold it up so you guys can see it. But you're not going to see it as easily on this white background through the camera. But that is so gorgeous. And so what I'm really realizing now that I've got this part done is that really I would want to go across the whole thing because it's not at all in your face like I thought it was going to be. Like I really thought it was going to be like, whoa, there's gold. So I could put, let's see what was above that. Lisa, my fingers are not working right now. Oh, there it is right there. That was the piece that I was using right there. So I could go in really with any label at this point. I think I'm gonna do this. Just take this label right here.
Yes, Claire says when you were moving it, that you could really see it catching the light, like when you're moving it around. Yeah.
You know what? I think I'm gonna leave this part in there. Changing my mind and pulling more of this background. So I think this is going to look really cool. I think I'm going to go more over to the other side, like this. But it's definitely a different beast for sure. It's not a transfer. So cool. They're different than I thought, but it's exactly what it should be, if that makes sense. I just thought it would be more of a transfer and not as authentic foil, and it's authentic foil. And I almost like that it doesn't necessarily transfer like perfect. Yeah, but the foil, the trick to a foil is in applying the adhesive.
Right.
So if you don't get the adhesive down the way you want it, it's not the foil's fault. This is you're actually applying the foil element. which is so stinking gorgeous. It's like just beautiful.
Oh, I'm late to the show. Looks awesome. Isn't it beautiful, Peggy?
This isn't the third project because this one was almost done. I just decided that I wanted to use gilding for the first time. Put the rest of this on. Here we go. And you definitely quickly get a feel for what it looks like when it's transferred. Part of that S on there. Did I get it? Yep. Like it turns to foil. It's the coolest looking thing because it's smooth gold, and then the minute it gets adhered, it has a foil look to it. It's pretty cool. And then you can use the negative space. So you don't want to throw your scraps out because you can use them with adhesive. These on there. It just, when it's adhered, it becomes super shiny and foily. And it's not rubbing hard, but it's using the edge for sure. What do they
recommend you seal the gold with?
Anything. People are having success with Big Top. In the Stockist group, they were listing different things that they've used, and I didn't see anything not listed. Oh, I just lost part of that. Oh, that was my fault. Okay, so now I see that top part didn't go. So I'm going to lay this back down. Just rub that a little bit better. There we go.
Wow. So to use the negative space, you have to put glue down first.
Yep, you use the gold foil adhesive. So that's so cool. Wow. Now to tie this together, I'm going to use, I just need any plate at all.
Here, that's got neutral on it.
I've got my pale gold metallic. I should be using my other one, what's it called? The brighter one, yeah. Can I have the brighter one? I think it's called antique gold. It's a little bit brighter. So we're not going to be able to finish the other one, you guys.
That is beautiful, Sandra. You are right.
There we go.
And
this
yes,
is the better
it does
color.
Have the texture of actual gold leaf, right? It feels like
yes,
it. Yeah,
I think it is gold leaf.
Yeah.
I don't know how magically it's done. So to tie it together, I'm going to take my gold, antique gold metallic paint.
Oh, look how pretty you can see when you
run it across the edge. I do the same thing, pull it up into the piece a little bit. Golden ticket would be really pretty on here too. That's the same color of gold. I could see doing drips and then letting it go over the top of that.
Yeah, we actually could paint subtly on the leaves too. So many options, you guys.
But see how that just ties it all together? And this is Antico. The pale gold metallic has a little bit more of a bronzy hue to it. Just gonna take my baby wipe and just dab that a little, just to make it look a little less perfect. So let's see what we got. And I will seal this. And it's so hard to tell.
Yeah,
On black, yeah, on black, it would totally pop. So we've got that piece. And this piece that still needs to be sealed.
This one's not quite dry yet.
And this one still needs to finish drying.
Look at this. Beautiful, Lisa.
But I will post completed pictures, but this is Garden Bouquet. And we appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
And we will see you next time. Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys. So fun. Yes.